From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. I think Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Powered by Air Transat.
Parents Magazine just put together what they say is the list of the worst real baby names that they've heard this year.
Wow, okay.
So these are actual names that people have named their children.
Okay.
These are registered names. You want to do the boys first or the girls first?
Boys.
Boys first.
No, girls.
Okay. The name Mattel was registered.
What?
Mattel.
Like the toy company?
I guess.
Okay.
Somebody called their daughter Cyncere, spelled Cyncere.
Sincere?
Somebody else named their daughter Chardonnay.
Drink much?
Somebody else named their daughter Starlett.
Starlett?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody else named their daughter
Wait, wasn't Starlett the name of from Napoleon Dynamite?
Oh, maybe.
Dojo Rex?
Maybe. Was that his wife's name?
Starlet or Starla or something?
Somebody else named their daughter Blakely, spelled Blaykelee. Blakely.
Okay.
Somebody else named their daughter Annie, Any.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
Any.
Yeah. Somebody else named their daughter Vegas.
That'd be me because I love Vegas so much.
Right. Okay, now to the boys. These are actual baby names that have been registered in the United States of America. Somebody named their kid Kingmessiah, all one word.
Kingmessiah?
Kingmessiah.
Oh, Kingmessiah.
Yeah, all one word.
Like the way it sounds? Kingmasiah?
Yeah.
Holy.
IAH, yeah. Somebody named their kid Hugo. Somebody named their boy Manson.
Uh-huh.
Somebody named their kid Xxayvier with 2 X's. Cletus is on the list.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Cletus?
Yeah. Danger is on the list.
Stop it.
Yes.
Come on.
I'm telling you, man.
Danger?
Yeah. Styles with a Z.
Yeah.
And my personal favorite. Some couple in the United States of America had a baby.
Yeah.
That was a little boy.
Yeah.
And while they were sitting there in the hospital or in the back of a cab, and they looked at that little man's face and they went, we're going to call you Pinches.
No, they didn't. Pinches?
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Is this the sound of Bigfoot? So a family up in like northeastern Ontario, Sioux Lookout, they were out in the woods and they heard what they thought was a Bigfoot screaming.
Yeah.
So they, what?
Okay. Nothing.
Okay. I find it funny. Okay. So they heard what they thought was a Bigfoot. Uh-huh. Why are you laughing?
Because this story is ridiculous.
Why is it ridiculous?
Bigfoot?
Yeah, Bigfoot. How do you believe in ghosts and God and not believe that there's a Bigfoot?
I don't believe in ghosts.
Yeah, right. What?
That's Bigfoot.
Well, it's either Bigfoot or a ghost or God. It's one.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Maury's wedding ring was broken.
Look, Mocha, no wedding ring, dude.
So I get in the car this morning. He puts his hands on the steering wheel and goes, "Ah," and I go, "What?" And he goes, "Ah, no wedding ring." And I immediately think, "Oh my God, today we're going to be celebrating his separation." Yeah. And he goes, "Sent it to New York to get fixed." Right?
Watch out, boys.
Yeah. And then I go, "Okay, so it's just getting fixed." And you're not actually single. And Maury goes, "For a week I am."
The Shermanator is back.
The Shermanator.
Oh, God. The tank is home.
The tank?
What does that even mean?
What's the Sherman tank?
Okay.
The Sherman tank?
Because Sherman tanks, weren't they German or no?
I think they were because it was spelt like a German Sherman.
German. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about the Sherman tank.
The tank is
the tank. Okay. So here's the thing. What individual in an otherwise happy relationship, okay, breaks their wedding ring? Because it does happen. Wedding rings do have to go in to get resized. They have to go in to get fixed and something falls off them and whatever else. What person in a normal, happy, healthy relationship sends their ring back to get fixed and immediately their first thought is, the tank is back?
Do you think this gives you like free reign to go hook up with other dudes?
Like more, if the thing that makes you feel married is just that ring, and without that ring, you're free to do whatever. Like, man, that's a very unhealthy relationship.
What time are we hitting the club?
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
You know me, I don't take criticism well. At all. Just in life, I don't. Some people can find the constructiveness in criticism. I'm just not one of them.
Okay.
Right? I don't take it well. I don't I just shut up. Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with anything, I just
somebody
don't,
say something?
No. I'm just you know how I don't take criticism well. So imagine this. So a whole bunch of new movies opened this weekend. None of them did particularly well. A movie called Midway was number 1, and then Dr. Sleep was number 2. Playing with Fire was number 3. Last Christmas opened at number 4.
Oh, no!
Yeah, but so I'm reading this review of a movie called Honey Boy, which is the new Shia LaBeouf movie.
Okay.
And this review's from Rex Reed, so he's famous, so he knows what he's talking about. Now imagine being somebody like me who doesn't take criticism well.
Yeah.
Let me read you the first 2 paragraphs of this review from Rex Reed for Shia LaBeouf's Honey Boy.
Okay.
The headline, Shia LaBeouf's Honey Boy is 94 minutes of misery.
Oh, ow.
Okay, yeah.
I wouldn't know. I don't know if I'd want to read on.
I would have to, though. I would have to.
To see why?
I would have to.
Okay.
Honey Boy is a dolorous example of an alarming trend in modern movies. The miraculous ability of a talent to raise money on an obnoxious, self-indulgent film about his own life designed to appeal to absolutely nobody except the arrogant subject himself. In this instance, the jerky centerpiece in love with himself to the detriment of everyone in the audience is Shia LaBeouf. Here is an egomaniac famous for nothing more than making silly faces, wearing absurd hairstyles, and acting too bizarre to adequately describe. I have never seen him on the screen in anything worth writing home about. Although I almost got to see him on stage with Alec Baldwin in a Broadway revival of Orphans before he was fired in rehearsals for what producers called erratic, unprofessional behavior.
Oh, God. Ouch. Ouch. Is that the end of the review?
Yeah,
that's just the end of the second paragraph.
That's the first 2 paragraphs.
Oh,
I don't even get into the movie.
This is 911. Do you have an emergency?
Send help. Shia LaBeouf got burned bad.
All right, help is on the way.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, but even with this, like the problem with this, right, is like when you're dealing with criticism, if you don't take it well, you can maybe say, all right, I missed the mark on this one. Maybe this guy has a point. But in the second paragraph, he goes on to destroy your entire career.
Yeah.
Everything you've done, including your hair.
Oh.
Right.
That cut is deep, bro.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Air Transat's Kids Club. This is where it's at. It's free. Kids 2 to 11 years of age. My wife and I were actually just talking about doing a vacation soon.
Oh, yeah?
And flying with Transat because we want to use that, take advantage of the kids club.
And it is free, as you mentioned. What the Kids Club gets you is the most important thing on this list really is the dedicated family check-in counter for families at the airport, which makes traveling so much easier. Also, priority boarding for you and your family.
So good. Onboard surprises, which I love, that make travel fun and easy and help take your mind and your kids' minds off of everything, because it's just a goodie bag full of stuff like activities to keep the kids occupied while on that flight. Priority baggage handling, stroller gate delivery service, which is great. Plus, right now, you can get entered to win an exciting family vacation. For all the info, go to airtransat.com. Kids Club is where it's at because it's free, ages 2 to 11.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast.
I don't know if you saw this trending over the weekend, Roz, but people reveal the most unprofessional things that they've done at work.
Okay.
For example, I know a guy, when our radio station was somewhere else, like in a different building.
Yeah.
I know a guy that had a private one-on-one meeting with somebody in a big boardroom.
Yeah.
Outside of regular business hours.
What do you mean?
With a person of the opposite sex.
Oh, like he hooked up with somebody in the office?
In the office.
Really?
Yeah. She didn't work here, though.
Oh, I've known people that have done that before.
I've done that.
I've known people that have done that before.
You're such a liar.
No, I swear, I hooked up with someone in the parking lot once.
Where,
But you
here?
brought them back up to the studio?
Not when I worked at another place at Yonge and St. Clair.
Yeah, I know people that have done that. I know people because the whole going home thing was a little awkward.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
So,
and there was
take you to my place of business.
Yeah, there's no
so we can get to the business.
that key card, right? That 24-hour access.
So here, people reveal the most unprofessional things that they've done at work. Somebody wrote, made cupcakes with a laxative because people kept stealing my lunch and snacks.
That's assault. That's not funny at all.
Somebody said, went to the movies and then back to the office to clock out.
Oh, yeah, I did that once.
Have you really?
Yeah, I did that once.
Somebody else wrote, not me, but the girl sitting next to me roasted a whole chicken at her desk. Took 4 hours, but lunch was smacking.
How do you roast a whole chicken at your desk?
I don't know. You'd have to bring in like a kitchen appliance to do that, right?
Like an oven.
Could you do it in an easy bake?
No, that runs off a light bulb.
No.
You could eat chicken that was cooked with a light bulb more. Yeah, go ahead. Give that
probably do.
Why don't you try that and report back?
Again, people reveal the most unprofessional things that they've done at work. Somebody wrote, selling weed through the drive-thru. If anybody ordered a, quote, unsweetened iced tea, extra ice, move out of the way, person working at the window. I got this one.
You know what? It's interesting. I wonder how often that stuff happens.
Where there's like a secret code word?
Where there is somebody at a drive-thru that's selling something that's not on the menu. You know what I mean?
You'd have to know that person's hours, or that person would have to let their customers, let's say, know.
But isn't
their working hours?
Isn't code for beer in Chinatown cold tea? Like, isn't that the code word for beer?
That was Maury.
Maybe in the 80s. I think now if you would go anywhere and be like, I want a beer, even after hours, they just get you a beer.
Maury, you're living in 1993, man. Like, that's the last time I heard somebody mention the cold tea trick in Chinatown. Jeez.
Somebody else wrote, I used one of my do-rags as a pocket square at my last company event. I mean, I wouldn't say that's necessarily unprofessional. Creative, sure, but if nobody knew. Somebody wrote, when I worked at a Chick-fil-A, I would add my phone number to everyone's account so I can get their Chick-fil-A points.
Oh, no way.
And finally, people reveal the most unprofessional things that they've done at work. Pack all 8 of my students up in my car to go see why my man wasn't answering his phone.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hi, Aaron. It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi, good morning.
How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
So you wrote us this. Roz and Mocha, please FML, fix my life. My mom keeps matching with guys my age on Bumble, and she goes on dates and tells me all the details right after. And when I express my discomfort, she gets mad. I'm 20. She's almost 50. I'm scared to invite friends or classmates over to study. Okay, so first of all, what happened to your dad?
My parents got divorced, so...
How long ago?
Yeah, a few years ago.
Like
I,
what,
I
like-
don't want to go into
No,
like,
no, no, no. Like a few, like 2 to 5, or a few like 5 to 10.
2 to 5.
2 to 5. Okay, so it's still fresh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is your issue the fact that she's dating guys or matching with guys who are in and around your age, or that she's putting herself out there to start dating again?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
It's also definitely the fact that she's into younger guys and she's not very familiar with like the millennial slang and the dating slang.
Mm-hmm.
So she would ask me things like about certain terms, about certain phrases, and it does make me a little bit uncomfortable.
Right. Is it because you think that she's embarrassing herself, or are you embarrassed by her?
No, I'm just not used to like talking about dating life.
Yeah, I hear you.
For example, she didn't know what like Netflix and chill meant until she heard about it on your show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And now what? She wants to Netflix and chill all the time?
Oh, no. It's just like she would just. It's just weird. Like, it's like an example like that when somebody would ask her that, and then she would show me like, oh, Aaron, somebody has asked me this, and it's like a little bit uncomfortable and new to me.
Yeah, I understand that no guy who is your age wants to see another young guy fetishizing his mother.
Yes.
You know, you got your mom's going out with guys that have this, you know, older woman thing, and all like nobody wants that for their mom. However, Aaron, I will say this. Maybe you can talk about boundaries with your mom. You can talk to your mom about, hey, listen, I am really not comfortable hearing about the details of you going on dates. And that could be if you're dating 20-year-olds or if you're dating people your own age. You can sort of put up those boundaries with your mom, and she should respect them. But life is long, man, and I shouldn't even say life is long. Life's not long. Life is short, and there's a lot of twists and turns, and sometimes you reboot, and divorces do that to people, and there's kids involved, and there's a lot of emotion involved. But 50, I'm going to tell you right now, is not that old. It is not an age where you hang it up. 50, if you find yourself in a position where you are alone, everything can turn black, and you can fall into a deep depression, and you can be sad for yourself and feel sorry for yourself and have super low self-esteem, and you can bring your world down and everybody else's world down around you. But your mom's not doing that.
Yeah.
If you came home from school every day and your mother was still in bed because of severe depression after a divorce, would think that was a better life for her?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Okay, so your mom is living a life, man. She's putting it out there. She's having a little fun. I'm guessing that maybe the last couple of years of the marriage to your dad weren't the happiest for her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and every now and then, geez, like...
Aaron, here's what I'll say, man.
Just need that young thing.
Yeah, your mom,
right?
she's just trying to get her groove back.
Yeah,
right?
man.
And maybe the end game for her is not to, settle down with somebody your age. She's just trying to get back in the game. And she's trying to figure herself out as well. So to Roz's point, I think you just need to, you can have that conversation about boundaries, but you also have to be super supportive, man, because your mom, your mom's looking to you for that advice, for that support, right? And if she keeps getting shut down by you, that's going to be a terrible, terrible thing for her emotions.
Right. Can I just elaborate a little bit?
Yeah,
She
please.
doesn't tell me like explicit details. It's just that she's like a very professional woman, so she can't really ask other people in the workplace what like these certain terms mean.
Right.
She does ask me, but on my part, I feel like can't she just like Google it?
Yeah.
And you know what? Maybe that's what you have to do. Maybe next time she shows you or asks you a question, just be like, hey, Ma, look, here's what you should do in the future. Go type it into Google with her looking over your shoulder and then have her start doing that from now on.
Right.
I think she just wants to include you so you don't feel that you're being pushed aside,
Or that she's doing this kind of stuff behind your back.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, but I will say this. Going through life with men and women, and you're in a loveless relationship and you get a divorce, and the one thing that is just universal, okay, with men and women at any age is you just need every now and then a moment to be alone with somebody who looks at you and goes, oh my God, you're sexy as hell.
Right.
That is like such an incredible recharge. And I know this is going to sound weird, dude.
Because we're talking about your mom.
You should want that for your mom.
Right.
Does that help?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks, Aaron.
Okay, thank you.
Do you want us to send you a whole list of other terms that you can just point to, like you can just put on the fridge? So in case she has any questions, she can just consult the list?
Maybe. That would actually be pretty helpful.
Hi, Aaron.
That would save me a lot of time.
Yeah, say hi to your mom for us.
Okay. Thank
All right,
you.
bro. You take care, man.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss 92.5.
We went for dinner on Friday night, and it was amazing because Catherine and I met this other couple at 6, and we were home. Sorry, Saturday night. We met this other couple at 6, and we were home by like 8:30, 8:45.
Oh, nice.
Right? But it felt like midnight, man. Because we were both a little buzzed. It was dark out. We left when it was dark. We felt like rollers. Rollers?
Rollers?
What do you feel like rollers? High no.
Ballers.
Anyway, what's what I'm looking for?
Ballers?
I don't know.
High rollers?
I don't know, not high rollers. What's ballers, right? Yeah, thank you. We felt like ballers, but the reservation was for 6, right? It was 6 o'clock. The restaurant opened at 5:30.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so we got there. Yeah. We got there, and we were a little bit late too because we got in the car on Saturday night, and we jumped in an Uber, and we're like, God, what's taking so long? And the driver's like looking at back. We're complaining. We're like, what is even going on? Like, is there an accident? What's happening out here? And the driver looks, and he's just like, it's Saturday.
Yeah. Also, we're at a red light.
Like, it's Saturday, guys. Like, when's the last time you were out at Saturday? Because I've never been out at Saturday night at 6 o'clock before.
Really?
No, never. That's like, who does that? Who lives that life?
Do you know restaurants? I found out for Matthew's birthday, restaurants don't take reservations before 5 because I wanted to take him for dinner at 4.
Why don't they?
I have no idea. Then I called and they're like, we don't start taking dinner reservations till 5.
Yeah, because they're still serving the.
But I'm like, but I want
get out more, honestly.
Why? What's wrong with that though? 6 o'clock when it's this time of year, right? When you leave the house, it's dark. It feels like nighttime. You get there, there's a good vibe in the restaurant. Right,
yeah,
it's great.
All the employees were there. I
had a couple drinks. Right, it was amazing. And then we got home 8:30. Guess what? Catherine was asleep on the couch 8:50.
See, I wanted to eat at 4, so I make it home.
Dude, listen.
Right?
Slow down. Slow down. You guys are partying way too hard.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast.
What is this on even here? I don't even know what I'm looking at. Oh, BuzzFeed News. What's the difference between BuzzFeed and BuzzFeed News? Like, this is more legit?
Yeah.
Oh, is that
the news is the news, and then regular BuzzFeed is like, take this quiz to find out which character from Friends you are.
Like, it really needs to be divided like that? It's super weird. So there was a 21-year-old college student, and she tweeted out what she had thought was a sweet gesture. Okay. Which was this 21-year-old college student, her boyfriend cheated on her. And her best friend was there. This girl.
Was it where? When the boyfriend was cheating?
No, just with her. Consoling her.
Oh, okay.
Consoling her. And so the best friend's boyfriend was like, do you think it would be weird? Or is it like cool? Like, should I get her flowers just to like make her feel better? And the best friend was like, yeah, that would totally be awesome. And so he sent the girl who got cheated on flowers as just like a nice gesture.
Yeah.
And they posted it being like, oh my God, you know, my BFF's boyfriend is so awesome. I got cheated on. He sent me flowers being like, not all guys are terrible, everything else. Nice gesture. And then immediately became, that dude's super creepy. And that's a huge overstep. And he's trying to get with her.
Really?
Yes.
But it was like a nice thing.
No,
and the girlfriend.
No, it's not a nice thing. It's not. Not on Twitter. On Twitter, it is not a nice thing. On Twitter, that's creepy.
Does it matter whether or not the card was signed just from him or from him and his girlfriend?
Who cares? Should that matter? Why can't you buy somebody flowers, man?
It's not.
Okay, but you got to see both sides, though.
They're friends. It's not like they don't know each other.
Yeah,
they're all friends. They're a big group of friends.
Nobody was sneaking around. Like the boyfriend wasn't sneaking around.
No, there's no accusations of that. No, there's no accusations of that. People created this thing.
The narrative, the new narrative.
Now he's a creep.
Yeah, but come on, you got to see both sides, though. If this happened where, let's just say you were cheated on, right, and I sent you flowers or something, people would think that was creepy too. Or if somebody else...
How is what you just described different from what we were just talking about for the past 2 minutes?
Because it's not sweet, right? Because people would assume that it was creepy, because it is creepy.
You bought me flowers for my birthday, Maury.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Is it?
No, it's creepy.
Is it? I don't know anymore. I had no thoughts
That's
about
Twitter.
stuff like this until stuff like this. And now
So
I
people-
think that I'm forced to have an opinion
So
as
what,
to whether
this
buying
guy's-
somebody flowers is creepy.
This guy's like canceled now?
Yes, like everybody went in on him.
Oh, poor guy.
Saying that it's like an overstep and you
Wait,
don't
but did
buy.
this girl say
you don't
anything?
buy. Yeah, she was like, hey, listen, I love my boyfriend. We're all great friends. And my boyfriend knows that if you date me, you date my friends. Right? Like she did that whole thing.
Why did she have to post it on social? Is that not also the question?
No,
like, why
but
couldn't this
wouldn't
be
you-
left in your own
Listen,
life?
you're having a terrible day, and when you're 21, your whole world is on social, and she posted pictures of flowers, and she's like, oh my God, my BFF's BF sent me flowers because I got dumped and cheated on. How nice is that? And then everybody was like, ew.
Yeah.
Which is a world that I don't understand.
I thought this was going to be like a big celebration of, like when you started telling the story.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to turn into like a big celebration of friendship.
No.
And how awesome her friends are.
No.
That's not nice.
No. And I know everybody right now is all like, okay, boomer, but listen, okay, this sort of reaction to getting flowers is wrong. It has nothing to do with sort of me being old. Okay, you give people flowers. It's a nice thing to give somebody
man.
flowers.
That poor girl.
Right?
Okay, boomer.
Shut up.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast.
I would like to talk to you about the Macarena real quick.
Excuse me. Bum, bada, 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 bum, bada, bada. That Macarena? Yeah, okay. I'm down to talk about the Macarena. It's a classic jam. Shook the world.
Number one song on Billboard for 14 weeks back in 1996. You ever
Was that
wonder?
96? I
Yeah.
guess, yeah, 96. Yeah.
Did you ever wonder what Macarena, like what the song means?
I did know this.
Did you? Because I
Yes.
read about it this morning and I was like, how did I not know this?
Yes. Macarena was a. Was it a.
What?
Okay, tell me that. Because I know.
You mouth the word.
No.
Why?
Because I don't want to.
Just mouth the
No,
word.
go ahead. You go ahead.
I promise you, what you are gonna mouth to me
Yeah.
is not what I know the song is to be about now.
Okay, then you go ahead.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want to mouth it?
Nah, maybe after.
Okay.
Yeah.
According to
My mouth's
Wikipedia,
tight.
Macarena is a Spanish song by Los Del Rio about a woman who cheats on her boyfriend while he's being drafted into the army.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not a nice woman.
Is that what you're going to say? That's a long sentence for you to mouth.
Yeah, it would have been difficult for me to mouth all that. Yeah.
So the reason why I want to talk about Macarena is because there's another Macarena song that just dropped.
What do you mean, Macarena 2?
It was done by Kylie Jenner's ex, Tyga.
Tyga did the Macarena?
He did.
The Macataga?
That's what he should have called it,
Right?
Macataga.
Thank you. I'm good at this stuff.
Oh,
That's what I was going to mouth to you as well.
Missed opportunity. Do you want to hear Tyga's version? Called Ay Macarena.
Sure.
Tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena. Hey Macarena.
Hey Macarena, Macarena, Macarena. Hey, put the chopper on the turn him to a sprinter. On my tell him give me 1 minute. Hey Macarena.
It's awful.
Macarena, Macarena, Macarena. Put the chopper on the turn him to a sprinter.
No, it's terrible.
Tell him give me 1 minute. Hey Macarena. Hey Macarena, Macarena, Macarena.
No, that's dumb. That's stupid.
Make it disappear like Tata.
This is
She
dumb.
asked for some dollars, not a getting nada.
No.
And I'm in this with my click.
Stop it. Make it stop. Make it stop, okay?
3 phones on my lap. World on my back. She
Nobody wants this.
If a tap. You look like someone that I used to know. Undefeated with the I'm
No.
invincible. Diamond said invisible.
Like everything. I don't like it.
Want me to be miserable, but I can never miss a.
Nah, stop it. I don't like it.
Put the chopper on it.
That's terrible. Nobody
So
asked
that
for
is
that.
the new Tyga song called Ay
Why you
Macarena.
gotta ruin Macarena, man?
I know, it's like such a fun song, right?
Oh, yeah, it's good. That sucked. That was really bad.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast.
Christmas market in the Distillery District opens this afternoon as well.
I think they raised the price to get in.
Did they?
Yeah.
I remember I went the first year.
Oof.
No. The first year that they opened.
Oh, yeah.
It was either the first or the second.
Yeah.
And it was great because not a lot of people. Now, oh boy.
Yeah.
It's insane the amount of people that show up.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it was kind of busy and we waited in line, even though we bought tickets in advance. We waited in line like maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't as busy as what I know how it gets now.
We go every year, but like I don't know if I've ever actually bought anything there.
I wanted to buy those wooden dolls that are within wooden dolls that are within wooden dolls.
The nesting dolls?
Yeah, but they were really expensive.
We only go, and it's fun, but it's sort of a pain in the ass to get there, and then it's always freezing cold. But we go so Rox can ride that Ferris wheel, which is like half the size of all the other Ferris wheels that she rides in her life at other places. But it's the potato tornado. Right?
Love.
Like, that's the thing. When you talk about holiday traditions, and it's funny because you don't know when something then becomes tradition. It's like you do something a couple times, and then all of a sudden, when the idea happens of maybe it's not going to happen this year, people get bummed out about it. And for us, that tradition is now the potato tornado.
So good.
At the Christmas market at Distillery. So the potato tornado is they take a potato and they put it on a skewer and then they run it through this blade. And what it does is it cuts the potato into one thin strip, but it's all still attached.
So spiral.
And a giant spiral.
It's amazing.
And then they deep fry it.
Oh, wow.
And then when you take it out of the deep fryer, they have all these great
toppings
that you can put on it and stuff like that. So that is now it's a tradition for us. To go. If we did not go to the Christmas market and get potato tornadoes, Rox would be upset. I would be upset because I love that event so much.
Well, there you go. Distillery District Christmas Market open today and is open Tuesdays through Sundays from noon till 9 until December 22nd.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
It's happening again, and a lot of people in the city are super excited. The Distillery District opens their Christmas market this afternoon, and it's going to be open Tuesdays through Sundays from noon until 9, right up until December 22nd.
I like it down there. They let you walk around with a drink.
Oh, yeah.
I like anywhere that lets you walk around with a drink. You know me, right? That's it. I'm
Shout out
there.
to Vegas.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if I don't know if I ever actually bought anything there, but we go there every year, and you know this because the sort of tradition with us is the potato tornado, and I don't know how the potato tornado became a Christmas tradition for us, but it's like sometimes the best traditions are the ones that you don't plan. You just sort of do every couple of years, and then it just becomes tradition, where the potato tornado is just where it's at.
And for anybody who doesn't know, please describe what the potato tornado is.
So they take a potato and they stick it on a stick, like a metal rod, maybe, and then they put it in a machine that slices it all into one big giant peel that's attached. So it's a giant spiral. It looks like a spring that's like 14 inches long on this stick. And then they just stick it in the fryer in like full hot oil. And then they take it out and you can put salt on it. You can put cheese powder on it. You can do all that stuff. But the potato tornado is the greatest thing. Roxy and I always get them. I always wind up having 1.5 potato tornadoes.
Oh, score!
Right? Score.
Hi, it's Roz Mocha. What's up?
I had to tell you that Roz did such a great job talking about traditions. I'm a grade 2 teacher. We do a unit called Changing Families and Community Traditions. So just in case, I don't think it'll happen, but just in case he doesn't make it as a DJ further in life, he's got a career as a grade 2 teacher. Awesome job.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something right now. Okay.
Yeah, Roz, when you grow up.
Yeah, I will tell you this right now is that being a host of this show, I feel that I have peaked. I'm on my way down. So it's not going to get any better than it is today.
Man.
No, tomorrow's going to be a little bit less. The next day's going to be a little bit less.
You're pretty good.
Nah, listen,
I don't know about that. You're pretty good.
No, but I know I peaked. I felt it. So I can tell you.
Do you know when that moment was? Or like what year?
It was a while ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that I've peaked, and I feel that I'm on my way down. So every day.
I'm going to use that example in class today.
The fact that I'm slowly deteriorating or the traditions thing?
No, the traditions.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what's your name?
Joanne.
Joanne, what kind of family traditions do you guys have? Do you have
okay. So the one that I tell my students is when it used to be my birthday, we wouldn't do patty wax. My dad would lift me up off the ground by the tops of my ears. So it was similar to a form of torture.
Yeah.
You can tear kids' ears off that way.
Sure, man.
That doesn't seem safe.
Yeah, but it's for the birthday. It's tradition, Mocha. Stop crapping on people's traditions.
Roz, when did you guys start
the potato
realizing that you had that tradition going? At what age was Roxy?
She's
almost 10 now.
This will be, I think, either year 4 or 5 for the potato tornado. So she'll be 10 in January. So she was about 5 when we started doing it. 5 or 6.
Because I was actually thinking about this the other day. We have a 2-year-old at home, 2.5. We don't really have. I was trying to think of what kind of family traditions that Jen and I have with him. And I guess maybe because he's just so young, we don't have anything yet.
Yeah.
And just trying to figure out, not necessarily trying to plan what our tradition is, but just wondering what that kind of one thing is going to be.
You may have more than one thing. That's the great thing about them is that, and sometimes you try out, sometimes you almost audition things to maybe potentially become a Christmas tradition. Yeah. And then collectively as a family, they don't work out, but nobody really says we're never going to do that again. You just all know you're never going to do that again.
Yeah.
And then it's the things that work. Here, I'll tell you something else, which is sort of a tradition, but it's a weird tradition, which is Roxy's now 10. She'll be 10 in January. We have 0 pictures of Roxy sitting on Santa's knee.
What?
0.
Really?
0.
Did you just not take her,
or she wasn't
never
interested in it?
Not interested.
We stood in line one time when she was little.
Yeah.
And it was a nightmare. And Catherine and I were like, not worth it. Right?
Really?
Not worth it.
Yeah.
And then the next year, she was sort of old enough to kind of make her own decision. And she loves Santa, loves Christmas, but has 0 desire to go and sit on Santa's knee and tell Santa what she wants for Christmas. 0. So I have no picture. So that is now the tradition, right? Every time we pass a Santa, when we're in the Christmas market and we see Santa, I'm like, hey, Rox. She's like, heck no. Right?
Sorry, Santa.
Yeah, so the tradition is now, I always ask her if she wants to go and wait in line to sit on Santa's knee, and she finds a new creative way to shoot the idea down.
Oh,
right?
no.
So
your Christmas tradition is to diss Santa every year.
Not diss him. No, she's a huge fan. She's a huge fan. She just has no desire to stand in line and then go and talk to the man.
Hey, Joanne, thank you very much for the call today.
Thanks for taking it. You guys have yourself a great day and a Merry
too.
Christmas.
And thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Got a hoodie on today, a thick hoodie.
Yeah,
it's almost too hot. I don't have a lot of balance. My clothes are either really barely there. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I if somebody said, "Hey, what's your look?" I'd be like, it's a little peekaboo. Right?
You can't do that in minus 20, though.
You can't do that in minus 20. All my I went going through my shirts this morning, and I just keep pulling them out, and the V's just keep getting deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
I don't know why even bother wearing a shirt.
Why?
You might as well just go around in the summer without shirt.
What? Just show up in suspenders?
Because your deep V's
I'm that guy.
There's no fabric. It's just sort of hanging off your shoulders.
I know, and all my shirts have holes. And I was looking for a shirt. I had to go meet somebody the other day, and I was like, I just wanted to wear a t-shirt. And I'm going through my t-shirts, and they're all full of holes, and they're dirty with sweat stains.
Though rich people always dress really poorly.
Shut up! I don't have nice clothes. I don't.
You know what you need?
Yeah.
Is a warm, fuzzy, deep V.
Oh wow, that's
so the outside is
an
t-shirt.
Angora deep V.
Yeah, the outside is t-shirt material, right?
Yeah.
But on the inside, it's all wool.
Oh, I can't wear wool.
Why?
It itches me. I can't do it. I can't do anything wool.
What if it was the outside? What if it was a throw deep V, kind of like a blanket, but it just sort of covered you deep V style,
like a poncho? I'm going to be a poncho guy now.
The deep V poncho.
You think I'm going to wear a poncho around, right? I want to get roasted. I want Catherine to never find me sexually attractive. I shouldn't say that. This is the kind of stuff where now the poncho community is going to come after me, right? Is there such a thing? I don't know. But no, I don't really. I can't wear wool. I can't wear cashmere. Both make me itch.
Yeah.
I don't want a deep V poncho more.
A leather deep V.
Leather.
Can you imagine in the summertime how hot that would be?
A leather deep V.
Sticking to your skin.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is,
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hey, Bailey, what's going on, girl?
Oh, hey, Mocha.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. All right, so we're going to try to help you out here.
Please do.
Okay, Bailey, you wrote us this. Roz and Mocha Fix My Life. My ex has moved on, but strings me along. I moved my life to Kingston. We had 2 kids, and I found out that he was hanging out with other girls. So I moved the kids back to St. Catharines, where my family is. About 3 weeks ago, I found out he had a girlfriend and was introducing her to our kids, which is a big no-no. But more importantly, a week before I found this out, we were talking about getting back together, even had relations a month before, and all while he had this girlfriend. Now, I'm now looking into moving back to Kingston with the kids, but not wanting to get back with him because of all the lies. Do I move back and try with him again, or do I move back and just have him close so he can be a father? That's a tough one.
Wow.
To let people know who may not know the sort of geography of this, give us the driving length between Kingston and St. Catharines.
about 3.5 hours.
Okay, so so for people who don't know, we're talking a difference of 3.5 hours for him to see the kids or for you to bring him the kids.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay,
so
cool.
moving back means he'll be able to see the kids.
Right.
Okay,
And then
that's part of
more help.
and that's part of your reason for moving back as well. So he has the opportunity to see the kids.
Exactly.
Okay,
He's a good dad, so it's not.
Yeah.
It's not the fact about that. It's just like
he's a terrible person to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'll be straight up, Bailey. I don't think you should give this guy another chance if he's already disrespected you on more than one occasion. But I also think that you shouldn't cut him out of your kid's life, right? Like you can live your life and do your own thing without him, but still allow him to be, as you said, a great dad to your kids.
Yeah, exactly.
I just think
And
it's
that's-
bad news. Honestly, I just think it's bad news. Like, if you take him back, I just think that he's just going to keep doing the same thing, and you're going to get hurt again.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's just one of those things that, you want your family together because,
Of course.
Like coming from a divorced family, like my dad lived in Vancouver and I lived in St. Catharines. So that's a whole other province.
Parent, when it comes to being, sort of separated or divorced and you have kids, the people that manage to do it successfully are the ones who turn their relationship, meaning you and your ex, turn your relationship into a business relationship. And your product or your company or your organization is those kids. Because in a business relationship, you don't have to like your partner. You just have to be willing to not let the business fail. And you have to sort of rely on their strengths as a partner in what the business needs to thrive and to succeed. And that would be the kids. So you guys just have to, first of all, sit down and have a conversation. One, about boundaries, right? And two, you have to have a conversation about how you are in this together and feelings between the two of you don't factor into this. Okay? You will never use the pissiness that you may have towards him with all the lies and everything else against him to sort of win the kids over. They're separate from all of this. You guys just can't screw up the kids. That's the most important thing, is just not screwing up the kids.
Yes.
And as far as moving back to Kingston so he can be close to them and they can be close to him, do you have a life in Kingston? Like, is that going to benefit you, or are you just simply moving there so he can be close to the kids?
I'm literally going to be moving back. I don't I have a couple of friends there still, but I would literally be moving back so he would be close to the kids.
But why doesn't he move to St. Catharines?
I work in a bank, so I'm more I can go really anywhere. Where he's pretty far up in his company that he works with. Yeah. So it's a lot harder for him. And cost of living. Yeah. Cost of living in Kingston is a lot cheaper like we have a house in Kingston, but but I don't have a house here because.
And then you'd have to go find all new girlfriends in St. Catharines, right?
Yeah, exactly. And who wants that, right?
Listen, Bailey, you sound like a fantastic person, and it sounds like you've already made up your mind. You just needed the confirmation from Roz and Mocha, but don't get back with this guy. It's just trouble. And just let him be the good dad to your kids.
Thank you guys so much. I love you so much. I've been listening to you guys from the very beginning, and I said to myself, who's going to give me the best advice?
Wow.
Roz and Mocha. So,
well, you're great. Question before you leave. Question before we wrap this up. When you said that he introduces his new girlfriend to your kids, you say which is a big no-no. Why is that a big no-no?
Well, because I wanted to meet whoever is going to be in our kids' lives, like long term. Like I don't know, I don't know who she is. I've never met her before. I don't want some scum, hanging out with my kids. Right. And I'm just very, I don't know if I would say judgmental, but those kids are my life.
No.
So I just want to make sure that whoever's around them treats them the way that they should be treated and not
But if you guys are not together, you know that he's going to go and live that life, right?
I know, and that's where.
And if you trust him, and there's a certain amount of things, like if you trust him to be around the kids, you got to also trust him to make decisions, good decisions,
right,
on who can also be.
But we all know what type of decisions he makes, right, Roz?
Which is exactly why you're not going to get back with him, right, Bailey?
You got it, brother. You got it.
And from what I know, there's a lot more options to make those decisions in Kingston than there are in St. Catharines. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, exactly.
Bailey knows what's up.
All
right, girl.
All right. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys, and have a great day.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
I had to cross Eglinton twice yesterday to go pick up Roxy.
Yeah. Oh, man, Eglinton's the worst,
and because I got to go up Eglinton to go to ET Canada every day, so I got to cross Don Mills and Eglinton.
Yeah.
Which is just a nightmare.
I was in that area last week, yeah.
And then over the weekend, I got to go pick up Rox, and I don't even know where I was. I got to cross Eglinton at Dufferin.
Eglinton. Oh, yeah.
You ever seen Eglinton?
Oh,
Dufferin? It looks like Beirut.
I know.
I don't know what Beirut looks like these days, but in movies, Beirut always got blown up,
that
right?
whole section there of Eglinton, anywhere near the Allen, all that whole stretch.
Eglinton and Dufferin is such a mishmash. It looks like there was what's left of a city that you never really see it, but when you watch a Fast and Furious movie, right? And there's that 1 10-minute scene where they just completely destroy a city, but then eventually they get the guy and we forget what that city would look like afterwards.
Sure.
That's what Dufferin and Eglinton looks like. It looks like they're rebuilding after a helicopter chased a Hummer down the street.
Souped up Hummer?
Yeah, or Hulk. One of the two. It was Hulk smashed.
It's after the Thanos snap.
Thank you. It's one of those. Dufferin and Eglinton is so ugly right now with all the stuff that's going on, and it's a mishmash of stuff. Where you have to stop for the stoplight, it makes no sense. You're so far back, and then they make pedestrians risk their lives to cross at a point that's an unnatural crossing. So even as a driver, you feel weird stopping there.
Yeah.
And it's not even a line on the road. I swear to God, when you could, when you're in gravel, and when you can take the heel of your boot and just walk backwards and draw a line in gravel, that's the line you stop at Dufferin and Eglinton, right? And every now and then somebody comes out and just redigs the line with the back of their boot.
Yeah.
That's how terrible Dufferin and Eglinton is.
The Eglinton Crossway that's being built, the crosstown. Oh my God!
No, it's brutal.
It's
but
such a mess.
Yeah, but that's been going on since '92.
I love all the big signs that say that it's going to be done next year. And I'm like, right.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
These great flannel sheets, man. Telling you. I don't know where Catherine got them. I think is Gluckstein the thing? That's the thing, right? Man, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Anyway, we don't get time for my sheets. I could do a half hour on my sheets because these are life-changing sheets.
Really?
They're life-changing.
What's so special about them? Tell me.
Okay, so I'll tell you this: they're flannel, right? So sleeping in flannel. Do you have flannel sheets at home?
I do.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So sleeping in flannel sheets, I'll tell you what the greatest part is that there's a little bit of friction between the top sheet and your fitted sheet. So we have a fight in our bed all the time because the top sheet just winds up turning into a big thick belt at some point in the night that or like a scarf, right?
Even at night, you get like everything tight, huh?
Right? Yeah. Okay. So I wind up like kicking around, and Catherine throws one leg in the air. She sleeps with the leg in the air, right? So all the top sheet does is the top sheet winds up working its way from the like flat underneath the duvet. It works its way all up. So by the morning when I wake up, the top sheet is one long tube that's like I'm wearing as a scarf.
But you love scarves.
I do love scarves. This is tick though, right?
Okay. So you wake up with like the warmest neck ever.
It's like wearing a sheet as a scarf.
Yeah.
Because it's wearing a sheet as a scarf. So I will say this though, with the flannel, because there's the friction, the top sheet doesn't ride up on you. So every time you get in the bed feels perfect. Like the sheet is where it's supposed to be. Everything just lies. Like it keeps the bed. It's like a bed general, right? Yeah. Like it keeps all the other blankets in order. There's no slipping around. There's no nothing. Like everything, you go to bed and when you wake up, the blankets are in the perfect position that they were when you crawled in.
Like sleeping under a dress shirt?
Like a dress shirt?
Are
you listening to anything?
No, flannel. I'm trying to compare the material.
Have you need me to explain flannel? You can't go back that far, boomer.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
Kids, don't fight your parents when you got to put on the snowsuit and the hat and the gloves or mitts.
Wear
and scarf.
it.
All right? It's freezing outside.
It's
you
hard.
can always put candy in the gloves and trick them that way.
What do you mean, Maura?
If you put gloves on, there's a surprise in the gloves.
They're mitts, not a white van, Maura.
You are
I have
next level creep this morning.
Hey, I have Snickers and Nintendo. Bet you can't beat me.
Parenting 101.
Right. You up for a
no
challenge?
kidnapping 101 apparently.
Yeah, exactly, Maura. Jeez, every instinct you have is from the mind of like a predator. It's so weird, dude. Put candy in the gloves. Is that what your dad did to you?
Yeah, there would be little rockets at the bottom of my mittens.
Okay, so what does that mean? So you would put your hands in and then what? He'd go, gotcha. And then he'd duct tape them to your wrists? Like,
he'd be like, if you keep those on, when you take them off, you can eat what's in there.
But why not just take it off? The Maury Sherman story.
You can take them off.
If you keep them on, when you take them off, you can eat what's in there. That right there is everything you need to know about Maury and how he was raised.
And how he lives his life now.
And how he lives his life now. Exactly. That's your mentality for everything, Maury.
Jeez, man.
The hustle. No, it's cold out this morning. And it's tough because like my kid wears a uniform to school. So you have kilts. And
that's cold.
And it's tough with snow pants, so you gotta like put them in pants.
Yeah.
But if they don't want to wear their pants and they want to wear their kilts, then it becomes very difficult. Like it becomes a fight kind of thing, right? Yeah. And it's just I don't know.
So she has to go to school and then put the kilt on there?
No. I mean, you fight. All those fights happen in the house.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's Catherine's thing. It's not my thing. No, it is because I'm not there. I'm here with you guys.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Unfortunately, Maureen. Believe me, I would much rather be at home arguing about kilts and snow pants right now.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Hey, Mocha.
Yo!
For the podcast.
Episode 116, baby.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do the news!
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
So it's looking like
Christmas.
The world, at least show business, is sort of coming off the massive correction that happened. So award shows became boring. And everybody thought that they were doing the right thing, right? So they became very political, which is fine. It's your time. You can say whatever you want. But it was a turnoff for audiences. Maybe it was award shows in general that was a turnoff for audiences. Nobody really knows. And then you had the whole Kevin Hart fiasco when he was bounced from the Academy Awards, and then the new trend was everybody went hostless.
Yeah.
We don't need hosts.
Just get on with the show.
Get on with the show. And that didn't help. Ratings just kept going down and down. So now they're going back to hosts. But as a correction to the overcorrection, the Golden Globes have made the biggest step, which is not only are the Golden Globes going full on with a host, but the Golden Globes are bringing back for the 5th time Ricky Gervais.
No.
Yes.
You know what? I like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So they're going for controversy. They want those eyes. You got to get back to...
You know he's already started writing.
You got to get back to, you don't know what he's going to say, so you got to keep watching. That's what those shows are, man. Hey, People Magazine is the sexiest man alive. I didn't think they did sexiest man alive anymore. Are we back at that now?
I thought, didn't they change it and did like sexiest person?
I don't know. I thought that wasn't
Somebody
it. Oh,
did
maybe
that.
that's the beautiful list. Maybe the beautiful list is different now.
Most beautiful person instead of man and woman.
Right. That's okay. I got you. But anyway, John Legend is People Magazine's sexiest man alive for 2019. And I guess they did a whole thing on it on The Voice. Is that where they did it? Something like that. And this is John Legend talking about his how his wife, Chrissy Teigen, took the news.
And what does your wife, Chrissy Teigen, think of this?
She's proud of me. You know, she makes fun of me almost all the time. But she hasn't even been snarky about this. She's like legit proud of me. Well, I finally impressed my wife.
Congratulations.
I love John Legend so much.
Apparently the Friends reunion that everybody is clamoring for, and that Jennifer Aniston, she's went on Ellen and then she went on Colbert, and she was like, something is happening.
Yeah.
And everybody just sort of hoped for the best. Maybe they could creatively write some kind of years later dramedy surrounding those characters and maybe do a one-off.
Please don't tell me that they're doing that. I don't want it.
No, but that's what people want. Like when Jennifer Aniston says something's happening, you people should be allowed to think that something with the characters. Listen, you come here, you like our friends in Seinfeld, okay? And yet you don't want the Friends reunion, okay?
I don't.
You can't sit here, you people, and watch Friends on Netflix and binge it and not want a reunion.
I don't, because I'm satisfied with the way the series ended.
Listen, you people come here, you want our back catalog, okay? You're bored and single.
Yes, I love the back catalog.
You binge our back catalog.
Yes, we do.
And now what you're saying is that you don't want the show to move forward.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Anyway, milk and honey. So what's happening? Is a Hollywood Reporter is saying that Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc, Matthew Perry, and David Schwimmer, as well as the series creators, David Crane and Marta Kaufman, are in talks for an unscripted Friends reunion special on HBO Max.
Oh.
Where they're just going to sit on a stage.
Like a documentary type?
They're going to sit on a stage and talk about Friends or something.
Oh, okay. I'm good with that.
Which nobody wants to see that. Man, did Disney Plus crush it yesterday. Holy. They had over 10 million subscribers in one day.
That was me.
And a lot of people, there was a lot of talk about glitches, but I didn't actually hear anybody that had glitches signing up for it.
I had 0 problems on Tuesday, and I logged in from my phone, logged in from my Apple TV. A-okay.
Put it this way, the analysts that were sort of looking at trends and streaming platforms, they had all said that Disney Plus should do 8 million subscribers by the end of the year.
Oh, wow. Really? Did they just think that people were going to...
You just look at the number. You look at the numbers and you look... No, I think that... I think
just to kind of see what the chatter was going to be about?
I think that was a lot of it, but then you also look at just market availability and you look at all this other stuff and the cost of it. And they had said that, Disney Plus, would probably do 8 million by the end of 2019. They did 10 million on day one, which is crazy.
$9 a month in Canada. Or if you... like me, just paid the full year in advance.
Yeah.
$90.
Yeah. However, some of the titles on Disney Plus do come with a warning to subscribers that some of the classics, when you start dipping into the classics, contain, quote, outdated cultural depictions. So there's a bunch of films that are streaming right now on Disney Plus that include the sort of cautionary note about the plot and some of the characters. So titles like Peter Pan, for instance, has long been criticized, which was 1953 for its stereotypical depiction of indigenous people. The Aristocats from 1970 has that one scene with the Siamese cat that plays piano with chopsticks.
Right.
So it's things like that, but still no, because and it's super weird. People still always bring up Song of the South from 1946.
I don't even know what that is.
Song of the South was... God, I don't even know what the actual plot was. It was the movie that had the song Zippity Doo Dah. You know that song?
No.
Zippity Doo Dah, Zippity Yay, my oh my, what a wonderful day. That song?
Oh, okay, sure.
Where it's sort
I've
of
seen it in commercials.
It's depiction of quote unquote plantation workers, aka slaves. So that Disney buried that movie like decades ago, and it will never see the light of day. But a lot of people were still like, "Hey, is Song of the South on there?" But no, Song of the South isn't going to be on there. I don't know if there's anything on the Disney platform that's over PG-13. Is there?
From what I've seen, no, nothing yet.
Interesting.
But hold on a second. My subscription, I got an email about it, and it said let me read it to you.
Yeah.
It said, account can be used to log into Disney Plus on a connected TV, mobile, and web. In addition to Disney Plus, your account provides access to other Walt Disney Company apps and websites, such as Disney, ESPN, Marvel, and FX.
I think that may be for the U.S. I don't think that's for you in Canada.
So why they send me this damn lit email then?
I don't know.
Lying to me.
Baby names. So we did the weirdest baby names yesterday. Names that people have actually given to their children. Now, there's predictions for the most popular baby names of 2020. And for the girls, Ada, A-D-A-H, Ada.
Okay.
Reese, Mika, Paisley, Amina, Tegan, Nova, Aura, Pearl making a comeback. Pearl.
Hi.
And Billy, B-I-L-L-I-E. I'm guessing maybe influenced by Billie Eilish.
Sure.
For the boys, Austin, Alva, Acacius.
Acacius?
I don't know. I don't even know how you say that word. Tate, Diego, Easton, Lucius, Cash, Ash, and Luca.
Huh.
And
wait. Archie is not on that list?
Archie?
Yeah.
What for? Why would Archie be on
because
that list?
Because that's what Prince Harry and
baby
Meghan
Archie.
Markle
No, you're right.
named their son, right?
No, but for the unisex names, Ellis is there, Phoenix is there, Remy is there, Marlo is there. Marlo? It's a boy's name? Interesting. Okay. Shay is there, Zephyr, Z-E-P-H-Y-R, Darcy, Rowan, Quinn, and Emerson. Somebody sent me a link yesterday when we were talking about because somebody in the States named their baby boy Pinched.
Stop it.
Yeah.
No.
And somebody sent me a video yesterday of a teacher who was talking about names that he's seen. And one of the best ones was, it's a boy's name.
Okay.
The name was capital S.
Hold on.
Okay, yeah, you spell this out. Okay, so the name.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Capital S.
Yep.
S.
Yeah.
S. S. T.
S-S-S-S-T.
Correct.
4 S's and a T.
Yes.
St.
No.
Sit.
No.
Oh, wow.
No. You ready for it?
Oh, hold on. Can I take one more guess?
Yeah.
CT?
No.
Oh.
You ready for it?
Yes.
Forest.
Hold on. Forest?
Like 4ST. Forest.
Bravo! Best name ever!
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
I don't know a whole lot about Days of Our Lives, but I know that people still watch Days of Our Lives. Days of Our Lives has been on the air for 55 years. It debuted in 1965. So here's what's happening to your sands through the hourglass, everybody. All the actors have been released from their contracts, and the show is on indefinite hiatus. Wow. So Days shoots months in advance. So they say that they have enough episodes to keep them until next summer, and negotiations are far from underway. What does happen, though, is that Days is produced by a company called Corday Productions, while Sony is its distributor. Corday actually sued Sony earlier this year, claiming that they were basically burying the show. Why? Because Sony owns, they say, The Young and the Restless outright, and they're claiming that they're trying to kill the competition. So this could be the end of Days. Days of Our Lives, 55th season after premiering in 1965. Every single cast member has been released from contract.
Wow.
Right?
That is incredible.
Carson Daly. Do you remember Carson Daly? He's on he's been on a morning show for everybody. He did that Lily Singh late night spot forever for like 25 years. I don't know how long he was
on MTV
for.
forever.
Yeah, so I'm reading this story because I guess he has sleep apnea where he's got to wear one of those like machines on his face.
I know a guy that did that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's nuts, man.
Yeah.
So he's saying that they have a new kid. He and his wife have a new kid and they're doing a reno. And what they've decided to do is they've sleep divorced.
Huh?
So they've decided that's what's best for the family is if he and his wife sleep in separate rooms. Carson has his own bedroom. She has her own bedroom.
Because of the machine.
Just because of everything. And if it's not the machine, it's the snoring and it's the baby and it's the reno and it's the everything else. So they've sleep divorced. He's now sleeping in a separate room.
Is there a lot of paperwork if you wanted to do that?
I don't know if there's a lot of paperwork. You guys you guys should just get twin beds.
Yeah, true. The last week I've been sleeping on the couch because Matthew wants to read at night.
Why don't you just get twin beds?
Because then I'm still in the room when he has the light on reading.
No, you do one of those like hospital curtains.
That's a brilliant idea.
Dude, that's a great idea.
Man, if I walked into somebody's house and I went into like their bedroom or the marital bedroom and I saw twin beds with a hospital curtain, I'd turn around and walk right out. I'm like, I don't want to be around this couple at any point because I know it's going to go bad.
Wait,
what?
Why don't... Hold on.
I mean, I
have a better idea.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys just get a bunk bed, right? You sleep on the top.
That's true.
Dammit Matthew sleeps bottom bunk, and then he's got one of those little reading lights.
Yes.
Done. I love it.
Yes, like camp.
Roz and Mocha Q&A.
This is the portion of the podcast called Ask Roz and Mocha. These are the questions that we gather via Instagram at Kiss925. Every week, including on the weekends, we'll put up a picture that reads Ask Roz and Mocha, and that's where we get all of your questions from. And, of course, get one of you to ask us your question with you on the phone. So, yo, Z-Chun Mo!
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. Where are you from?
Ottawa, Ontario.
Nice. How did you discover the Roz and Mocha show?
I was listening in the car to our KISS station here, and then your guys' show was on.
Yeah.
And based on your laugh, Mocha, just had me intrigued right away. And Roz.
Damn. All right.
Cool.
So KISS 105.3 in Ottawa. Shout out to everyone in Ottawa. All right, so ask Roz and Mocha, what is your question?
So my question is what is your guys' latest and current obsession?
Good question.
Obsession. For example?
So mine lately with winter around the corner has been snow tires. So I've dedicated a lot of time to just do a lot of research about them.
Oh, really? Like, what's a lot of time?
Like a good amount of hours. Like I found myself, like whenever I was, it was like a lull where I wasn't doing much, I would just go and look at, and compare prices and brands and whatnot.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then do you find when you are driving around Ottawa, you're looking at other cars, other vehicles, and seeing what tires they are and like comparing them to kind of like the notes like that you've made on your own?
Yeah, I have actually.
I know. That's when you get really obsessive, when you start judging other people's tires, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I would say that my current obsession, I have a lot on the go, but my current obsession, what I spent a good, I don't even know, well over an hour yesterday, is window tint.
What?
Yeah, window tint.
I thought you were going to say grass.
No. That's still an obsession.
Sure.
But I've learned a lot over the last year. So window tint, I don't know that much about. So what's happening is that we're doing a renovation / addition, right?
Yeah.
And
You're finally putting in my bedroom?
Yes, Maury. The bathroom the way that I want to do it is just a big shower against the back wall.
Yeah.
And what I want is for the back wall of the shower to just be one huge window.
Oh, wow.
Floor to ceiling.
Nice. Sick.
Right?
Yeah.
Sick, right?
Like a luxury hotel.
Yeah, but only it's ground level. Okay.
Hence the tint.
Hence the tint. So
Okay.
So I've been talking to these window manufacturers, and they're all telling me that there's no way to get a perfect, you can see out but can't see in type two-way mirror tint type thing. And in my head, I'm like, there has to be. There has to be some sort of tint.
Interrogation rooms.
But if you notice in interrogation rooms, the rooms that the cops sit in that are watching is dark.
Yeah.
If you turn those lights on inside, you can see
You can get
from the other side.
I've seen hotels where there's a switch and like you can see all the way through, and then you flip the switch and it goes frosted automatically.
No. I don't want that. I want to be able to stand in the shower nude and look out into the world
And see clear.
But if somebody is on the other side, I don't want them to be able to see in
Okay, so
at any
where
point, night and day.
Have you seen that this exists based on your research?
Well, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm researching
So
right
you need
now.
someone to invent it.
Well, the problem is that I've already ordered the window.
Oh, sucker.
Right. They've already framed for this big giant window.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So now I'm like, I'm on the clock here.
Oh, my God.
So my current obsession is how do I convince Catherine that it's okay to take a shower with a floor to ceiling window and that nobody's going to see in?
Just tell her that it's already installed and she'll never know.
Yeah, okay.
You know what's going to end
it's
up happening?
It's not as easy to lie to Catherine as it is to Matthew Moore.
You know what's going to end up happening?
What's
You're going to
that?
put that window up,
Yeah.
and then from the inside looking out,
Yeah.
you're going to have to install a wall on the other side of that window.
I know. Listen, this is what's going to happen. I will shower in a bathing suit for the rest of my life.
Yeah, completely.
Right? That's super weird.
Dan Moore, do you have any obsessions?
Currently, my obsession is dog training places, just because I'm convinced he's getting me something. He's on to something.
Like
So
a
I'm
dog or something?
No, I'm convinced he's getting me a dog because he ordered us custom, what do you call them, stockings that go by the fireplace. And he got a Maury one, a Matthew one, and a little tiny one that says Andy for our dog that we don't have. Right?
Hold on here. So you guys don't have a dog yet, but you already have a name for the dog?
Yeah, it's going to be Andy Monroe Carey.
Why?
Well, my Andy Warhol, Marilyn Monroe, and Mariah Carey.
Andy Monroe Carey.
Wait, but didn't Matthew also in the past buy you a dog leash and a dog bowl for a dog that doesn't exist
my
in your
birthday
life?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
And
so
it's
just because he's buying all this stuff doesn't mean you're getting a dog.
It's behind the bedroom door with the bracket for the TV he bought me 6 years ago.
But no television.
Exactly.
Right.
But if he got me the stocking, I'm convinced there has to be something happening.
But do you think that Matthew would just unilaterally make the purchase of a dog and surprise you with it? Like, would you not want to be involved with this?
I keep asking. He's like, oh, he goes, there's nothing to tell you. Nothing's happening. But you never know.
Yeah, I know. Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
So I just want to. So I'm researching dog training places just in case. So my latest obsession is dog training.
When are you guys going to New York?
We're going to New York at we leave on the Christmas Day, the 25th.
And you come back when?
The 31st.
Who's looking after your dog then?
Well, what if the dog's arriving on the 31st?
But what if it's a Christmas present? What if you get it Christmas Day? Who's looking after your dog?
Maybe he already has that plan too.
Oh, really? You should look into that too.
I highly doubt it.
Yeah, I'd book a spot for your imaginary dog, Andy. Just preemptively. You know how you have to book a daycare spot for the kid that's not even born yet? That's what you should do, More.
And here's the other thing.
Yeah.
So he insisted on the specific hotel in New York.
Yeah.
And I did some research. That hotel is dog friendly.
All hotels are dog friendly.
But this one too.
Oh my God.
So who knows?
Well, I hope you finally get the dog, More.
Current latest obsession. Z Chun Mo, thank you very much for your question for Ask
you
Roz
answer?
Mocha. Did I?
No.
Oh.
Do you have anything?
Okay, this is gonna sound really stupid.
Okay.
But I do.
More, you realize that Maury's whole rap about an imaginary dog named Andy, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, because I'm really into like photography and videography now.
Yeah.
So I'm always looking at and researching bags, like camera bags and stuff.
I do that too.
Oh, that's a good one. I can totally relate.
But there's too many.
Yeah,
there's too many,
and they are expensive.
Yes, there's too your options are too vast in that world of camera bags. There's too many options.
There's this photographer / filmmaker, cinematographer, YouTuber. His name is Peter McKinnon, and I think he's in Newmarket. I love everything he does. I watch all of his videos. And he teamed up with this company that makes camera bags to create his own camera bag. And it's awesome.
Okay.
And it's on Kickstarter. And I really want it. But I can't justify spending.
How much is it?
It's like $600.
That's a lot for a bag,
I
man.
know.
Do you want a little stocking that says Andy? You can put your camera in there.
I might take you up on that offer.
Jeez.
Yo, Z, so just out of curiosity, before we let you go, out of all the research that you did on winter tires, for anyone listening right now across the country that is in the market for winter tires,
true.
What are the absolute best ones?
All right, from my research, I've seen that Nokian snow tires are the best. They come from like Sweden. But then, like, most people end up going with, like, Michelin's or, like, Bridgestone tires anyways, because they're just more readily available and a lot cheaper.
Where do you get the hot Swedish tires?
I think they sell them anywhere. I think they're really popular, too, yeah.
Okay, what's the price point on those?
Couldn't tell you the price point. It's been a lot more than any other ones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A little bit more, yeah.
Jeez.
All right, brother. Much love to you in Ottawa. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. Thank you. Big fan of the show.
Oh, wait! We haven't asked this in a while. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Oh, mine's got to be Roz, hands down.
Hands down.
There you go. Is it because he got the tint on the windows in his bathroom?
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Take care, man.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Kevin Rogers 10 asks, who was the one person you looked up to and inspired to be when you were young?
Oh, jeez. I don't know if I wanted to be anybody. I mean, I would like
Hulk Hogan?
No, I never wanted to be Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah, me neither.
Right?
Me neither.
Like, I didn't think that I was going to be Hulk Hogan.
Not be him or, like, be like him.
Like, there was, like, what?
Not the racist part.
No. We didn't know that part then. The steroid user? No, we didn't know about the steroids then either.
I didn't learn about that till, like,
the
way
blonde?
later.
You wanted to, like, I don't understand that.
Like tandem blonde?
like famous, like a famous wrestler, world champion kind of
there
thing.
You go, like that.
It's sort of that sort of thing. Like it's fun. I mean, it's easy to say. You know, I could say like my dad and all this stuff, but I never really wanted to be my dad. I don't think anybody. I respected him, but I never wanted his life.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like just into like 80s rock stars that drank a lot of Jack Daniels and like made out with a lot of chicks and like just like all that stuff like that. That's what I was exposed to when I was younger. And I did that.
There you go. Right? Mission accomplished.
Yeah. No. So I never really had that one idol when I was younger, which a lot of people did. A lot of people, and still to this day, a lot of people's favorites are like, you know, I know people growing up where Madonna was their number one idol. And still to this day, in their 40s, they're still like number one idol is Madonna. They still love her. I never had that. I never had that carryover with anybody throughout my life. So I don't really have that one person that I aspired to be. No.
Devin Maury?
I mean,
by the way, Hulk Hogan is not my answer.
Oh, what is your answer then?
No, it's not Hulk Hogan.
Who's your answer?
I just want to put that out there. When I was a kid, it was.
But that's what we're talking about.
Hulk Hogan. But like right now, I mean,
not right now.
Oh,
it says when you were young.
When you were a kid.
Yeah, I guess it was like Hulk Hogan.
Okay, so it was Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Okay,
so my answer is Hulk Hogan.
Okay, right.
And then it changed to The Rock later on.
Yeah. Hey, do you know? Remember Real American, right?
Yeah.
You know that Hogan wasn't the first person to use that song. That wasn't his song.
What?
No, it wasn't.
Who?
It was Mike Rotundo and Barry Windham.
No.
Yes, it was. What happened was WWF forever, if you remember watching wrestling, they would come out to actual songs.
Yeah.
So Hulk Hogan would come out to Eye of the Tiger. Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo would come out to Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen. JYD came out to Another One Bites the Dust by Queen. And then Vince McMahon got tired of paying royalties, so that's when they built their in-house session musicians, and they would create their own songs. And Real American was used a couple of times with Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo, and there's footage of it, of them coming out to that song.
Wow.
And shortly after that, one of the guys in the tag team left and went back to Florida, and then Hogan took the song.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow,
So it
and
wasn't,
I know a lot about wrestling.
it wasn't his song.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was not. It wasn't his. It wasn't even designed for him. It was designed for them, and then he took it when they split up as a tag team.
Oh, damn!
Interesting.
Did you watch Hulk on the Goldbergs last week?
I did not.
So basically, it was 1984, maybe. So it was a WrestleMania 4, whenever that was.
1989.
89? Okay, so the dad got a medical. He had a medical scare, and he wanted to bond with his kids. So he went out and wanted to get them tickets to WrestleMania 4, and he bought them off scalpers.
Right.
So they show up, they're sitting there. He's wearing like the Hulk shirt and all that, and these other guys show up, and they're like, "You're in my seat." So they ended up buying fake tickets, right? So as they're leaving, Hulk shows up, I guess they shared the elevator or something together. He's like, "You got a really nice dad, bro." And the kids didn't understand. They're like, no, he's our dad. He's not our bro. Yeah, you got a really nice dad, bro. No, he's not our dad and our bro.
Right.
It's just, it's really funny.
I'm fascinated with your Hulk Hogan right now.
Yeah.
Do Hulk Hogan.
You've got a really nice dad, bro. Eat your Wheaties.
Okay,
Isn't that what he says?
Let me find it.
Eat your breakfast and your lunch.
Was he saying bro and not brother? Because
No, he kept saying bro.
brother.
Okay, hold on here. Let me find some famous Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, isn't that one of them? Eat your breakfast and your lunch.
Yeah. Famous Hulk Hogan lines.
Let me tell you something, brother.
There you go.
That's what Hulk Hogan sounds like.
Let me tell you something, brother.
I'm looking for famous Hulk Hogan lines, but I do not want to find the one where he's talking about his daughter's boyfriend.
No. Let me tell you something, brother.
So Maury, say, "I fear no man, no beast, or evil, brother."
I fear no man and his beast and his brother.
No, do you know how Hulk talks?
It's like he's here.
Yeah, like right that. Like, oh my God, he was here.
Okay, so say, when you're NWO, you're NWO for life.
Yo, when you're NWO for life.
Who do
brother?
You sound like another, when you do another voice. I'm trying to remember.
Rocky Balboa.
What?
Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, that's right. It sounds like you're Sylvester Stallone.
Adrian, let's go for lunch.
Okay, say this one. Say this.
I don't know if that's a line from the movie.
Here's another Hogan line. God created the heavens. He created the earth. He created all the Hulkamaniacs. Then he created a set of 24-inch pythons, brother.
God created the earth. Then he created the pythons. And then he created everything, brother. Something like that.
Man, if they ever did a biopic, you'd be the first one they call.
Yeah.
Maury.
Well, just say this one. This is probably Hogan's famous line. He started every video with this. Say, well, let me tell you something, brother.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Do you know, have you ever heard Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, I met him once.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, you can close your eyes and picture what Hogan sounds like.
Yeah, like this. Don't forget to eat your breakfast and your lunch, brother.
Mocha, you do Hogan now.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Right, it's more like that.
Oh. Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Did you just motorboat your microphone?
Listen, Hogan's got them boobs now, so. Anita asks this question. What do you guys listen to on the regular? So outside of Kiss 92.5, what are you guys listening to?
I was listening to a playlist on Spotify yesterday that was 60s surf rock.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, because I was cooking and I was
the Beach Boys.
I was listening to 60s surf rock. Yeah, I just like a bunch of stuff like that. Makes the house sound happy.
Yeah.
Right? I was digging that.
In our place, on the weekends, we listen to a lot of 60s soul. We find a lot of those playlists on Apple Music. We listen to that a lot as a family.
We have a huge record collection, and it's all like Aretha Franklin, Diana Ross, Marvin Gaye, all that kind of stuff. So we listen to a lot of that when we're, around the house.
Outside of that, I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to wrestling podcasts.
Yeah?
Yeah. I used to listen to like true crime podcasts, but some of them that are out there now, maybe it's because I've changed, but I can't handle the subject matter in some of them.
No, it's too disturbing.
I've started unsubscribing. Every now and then I will listen to, I know it sounds kind of lame, but I will go and listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
Because there's some stuff that I completely...
This podcast?
This podcast.
Wow.
Because there's so much stuff that we do on the podcast that I forget when it airs like on the radio.
I agree. I heard.
So every now and then I'll do that.
Yeah, no, you're right. There was, I don't know where I heard it. I was walking through, I don't know where it was. It wasn't at home. Somebody was listening to the podcast. And I heard it, and it was a clip of something because I heard your laugh, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" I'm like, it just sounded familiar, but I didn't know what it was. And like whatever we were talking about, I hear stuff on the podcast that I didn't hear when we did the show live. Like you will have said something that I just wasn't like I just didn't hear or I didn't pick up on. And so I find funny things all the time that I listen to if I hear it a second time through the podcast.
Oh, and I'm a big fan of the show The Office. And ironically, I just started rewatching the season. And Pam and Angela from The Office started their own podcast called The Office Ladies.
Right.
Where they go through episode by episode and they give commentary and little fun facts and tidbits about the show.
Yeah.
And behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, that stuff's great. We were going to get Roxy started on The Office, but she's still too young. So we played her. We thought she might enjoy Modern Family.
Yeah.
So we went back and watched episode 1
Oh my God.
of Modern Family. And it's funny, and she enjoyed it, and she loves Cam and everything else. But do you remember when they, because they brought home Lily, right?
Yeah.
So they brought home Lily.
From Vietnam.
And that's when Cam comes out and they play, and he plays the Lion King sound, right?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Right? And everybody, and Jay was like such a hothead, but then he comes around to it. And then do you remember when they go to bring Lily to Jay, and he goes, "Let me get a look at you, you little pot sticker."
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but no.
Yeah, the first words out of Jay's mouth when looking at the baby from Vietnam was, "Let me get a look at you, you little pot sticker."
Oh my God.
Can you believe that?
You gotta edit that out.
Yeah, but they're all there. They're all there.
Matthew's currently listening to old cassettes he found from a psychic he went to see if she got anything right.
Get out of here.
Yeah, he was lying on the
TV off because Maury, when you look at me, Maury, because you don't have your glasses on right now.
I can't see you.
No, I know you're going cross-eyed when you look at me, and it's weird. It's super weird, man. It's like you have there's some sort of thing going on, and you got a tiny little mustache. Like you look like a weirdo. Look at me right now because you're going cross-eyed, like you're talking to me. Maury's talking to me, and his eyes are slowly going like this. So he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And they just like they go in, and then they come right back out again. Yeah, and then they slowly move back out again.
It's so weird.
It's like trying to focus.
That's super weird, man. How's that mustache going for you?
It's good. Well, and it's the month where I get no action at home because I have a mustache.
Oh yeah,
this is the month
because you're so busy outside of November. So busy.
This is the month you get no action
Yeah, I
at
couldn't
home?
even say that with a straight face.
No, you couldn't.
You couldn't say that with a gay face.
You couldn't say that with straight eyes either.
Brandon wants to know where I get all my hats from.
Yeah, where do you get all your hats from?
Majority of them are from Lids.
Yeah.
Some of the more custom ones that you don't really see everywhere, I get from, there's a store in downtown Toronto on Queen Street near University called Brim's, Brimz.
Yeah.
So a lot of my hats I get from the guys over there.
Joint? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I like that.
Is it okay to tell someone if he or she has boogers?
Yes.
That comes from Atul Bhatia. So thank you for your question.
Well, it depends on how well you know the person.
No, I will always.
Same.
Even if you're on like the subway, you're going to tell someone you have a bat in the cave?
The subway.
You think Roz rides the subway?
I'm just trying to make you relatable.
Yeah, no, I always will. I always will.
Seriously.
I will be blunt, but I will be discreet. And
So like if you're at the grocery store and the checkout person has a bat in the cave, will you flat out just say it in front of the lineup?
Oh, jeez. I mean, would I even notice? I don't know. Like if I did,
I'm not,
if I did,
staring at somebody
no,
that hard.
because geez, man, I don't know.
Look,
because that's not really like a social situation where you can have a moment with somebody.
There was once Joe Jonas and DNCE were here, and Joe Jonas had a bat in the cave, and I didn't tell
Can
him.
you just
because
say booger? Stop saying bat in the cave.
Because
Yeah.
that's the proper way of saying it.
That's the proper way of saying
Bat
it.
in the cave.
Right.
So I didn't tell him because I thought that would be rude.
No, you should have told him.
No, you got to tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when you're on set or especially when you're doing anything where somebody's going to be filmed. The classy thing to do, and people have done it with me, which is they will just walk over and just grab a tissue from somewhere and then just walk over it and discreetly hand me the tissue and then just sort of like touch their nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a classy way to do it. I've
That's
always
nice.
been very appreciative of it.
Yeah.
Same thing with somebody's zippers down. I will always tell them.
Oh, I enjoy
Always.
telling people that.
Yeah, no, I'll always tell them. But you like embarrassing people, Maury.
That's not true.
Right? You
It's
know?
a cross-eyed. Chris said here, have you ever had a near-death experience? And no, Maury's quote, ghost encounter doesn't count.
I think it should count because I could have died.
From what?
From what?
The ghost. It was the lady in the white dress.
Have you ever had a near-death
Yes.
experience?
When I was in daycare helping them put the tricycles away and the garage for the shed, the door, sliced my finger off.
It didn't slice your finger off.
You
still got a
see-
finger?
Yeah, but you could see the
So
scar
your finger- so
of
it's
where
not-
it was dangling.
It wasn't dangling, Maury.
Did you have to go to the hospital and they reattached it?
I did.
Hold on.
They reattached
you
your
got
finger.
a cut on your finger. It did not sever the bone.
No, it did not sever the bone.
That's
So you got
not
a cut.
dangling.
But it was really a bad
cut. Your finger.
Near
you got
death.
a cut your finger.
Near death.
No, that's not near death. That's not even close to near
Near-death.
death.
I don't think I've ever had a near-death experience.
Both my lungs collapsed.
Oh yeah, you've told that story in
Yeah,
the podcast before.
I thought I was going to die.
What about the time where you were at a nail was through your hand on a dock?
No, a nail went through my lip on a dock.
Ooh, gross.
On a picnic table in the water. It wasn't
gross.
Yeah, I was hanging in the water.
Oh.
Through a nail through my lip and into my nose.
Oh God.
Like a fishing hook.
Oh my God.
I was hanging there. That sucked.
Oh.
That didn't feel great at all.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've ever had a near-death experience.
Near death is
I was stuck
like-
in an elevator.
That's not near death.
Okay.
Oh, drowning.
You almost drowned?
That's why I'm so scared of swimming.
Yeah.
Because I was in California at my uncle's place and I was in the shallow end and slipped into the water and I was like by myself at the time. And I was just like, I remember I was like drowning and my uncle saw from inside the house, ran out and got me. And I think that's where my fear of swimming. That's why I don't swim right now.
But see, for me, the solution to that is to just learn how to swim. You know, so that never happens again.
I know.
Like, I don't know why that wouldn't have been a motivator for you to learn how to swim. Were you too young?
That
How-
makes sense.
how old were you?
I don't know, like 5
movie
or 6 or
stars
something?
when they're
Yeah.
murdered in a shower never take a shower again.
Well, like who?
Janet Leigh from the movie Psycho.
So Janet Leigh, then. Right?
One person.
Yeah, don't say movie. Your generalizations are whack. They make no sense.
I remember
sometimes.
mine. The roof caved in when I was playing Lego once. And had I have not reached for that piece of Lego, I would have been sliced in half. My dad tells the story that Lego saved my life.
It's so funny, Maury. Everything with you is just so sliced in half.
Yeah.
Right? Like not just like you're never severely hurt. Like everything almost severs something.
Your entire life
Right?
is like the movie Final Destination.
Yes. Like everything.
Exactly.
You're always like every bad situation you get into is you were almost sliced something in half.
That's how my dad tells it around the
Right?
barbecue.
You know, it's so crazy. It's
All right,
so crazy.
VSBP. Oh God, why do you have to ask this question?
Oh, no.
Okay, which episodes of Black Mirror are worth watching, and which ones should I skip? Sorry, Mocha, if this stirs up PTSD from your previous Black Mirror experience.
That's right. I wish I knew we were getting this because then I could have pulled up all the Black Mirror episodes.
So I will say.
Episode 1, season 1 with the pig?
Yep, that one scarred me that I didn't want to watch any Black Mirror ever again. That's the only episode up until recently that I had watched. And then I watched I don't know if you would count it as an episode or a standalone, but the Bandersnatch, I watched that one. That was a Black Mirror one. And then the other one that really messed me up, and I gave Black Mirror another chance because all you guys said, they're not all season 1, episode 1 national anthem with the pig and the prime minister.
Yeah.
Right? And
So you watched Striking Vipers.
Striking Vipers with Anthony Mackie. I love Anthony Mackie. But that one messed me up again. So no more Black Mirror for me.
Yeah, I love Black
you know,
Mirror.
because of that episode, right?
Yeah.
I stopped playing video games for like a real long time.
so
and then
crazy.
like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I played NHL.
Yeah.
And even while I was playing, even though I was playing against the computer,
Yeah.
I kept thinking of that stupid Striking Viper episode.
Really? Huh?
Yeah.
See, I'll tell you. So, National Anthem is episode 1, season 1, which is great. The entire story of You is awesome. God, there's so many of them. I didn't really like 15 Million Merits. I was okay with that one. White Christmas is absolutely devastating. It's so
Stay away from that
terrifying.
one?
No, it's terrifying.
Oh.
But in a great way. the Waldo moment, White Bear is fine.
What's the one that's like the
that one.
people were really loving? It was like a Star Trek-y kind
That's
of.
we're only in hold on here. So season 2.
I remember people were like loving that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Even
hold
still,
on
anything
here.
messed up happened in that one?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
well, I'm not
great
watching
though.
it.
Men Against Fire. San Junipero is one of my favorite episodes.
Is that
but
the one?
It's not. No. It's not
Oh.
dark. It's really beautiful. It's
Anything messed up happened in
It's
it?
really sweet. Shut Up and Dance is the one that will mess you up.
Really?
Yeah. Shut Up and season 3, episode 3. Shut Up and Dance, a Black Mirror is the one that like it'll stay with you longer than National Anthem will.
No, National Anthem is
I'm
stayed
telling
with
you.
me
Then go
all these
home.
years.
Then go home and watch Shut Up and Dance.
No, absolutely
and
not.
come back on the next podcast and we'll talk about it. Why
I'm
not?
not watching that
Why
one.
not? It's great.
No, I am not. No, sorry. No.
Okay.
Hang on a second
Even
here, hold
Striking
on.
Viper.
As the producer of the show, I'm giving you that assignment.
Yeah, okay. Why don't you go home and watch Shut Up and Dance, Maury?
He can't. His eyes are crossed.
Oh. Ouch. San Junipero is one of my favorites, but Shut Up and Dance is really the one that will stick with you. The USS Callister is the one that's the sort of Star Trek-y one.
yeah.
And what is the one with the what's her name? The redhead, not the other redhead, but the other redhead lady.
Dallas.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
That's it. Yeah.
What's that episode?
I like her.
It's not Playfest. I didn't really like that one. Nosedive, no.
Is she the one that everyone was talking about where something about Instagram and likes?
Yes.
The social media one?
What's it called, Shem? What's that episode? What? It's Nosedive. That's Nosedive? Is it really? Oh, yeah, it is Nosedive. Yeah, Nosedive is another really great episode where your sort of social currency is the most vital thing in your life. So, for instance, if you're at a coffee shop and you're standing in line and I serve you a coffee and I make your thing and everything else, then I take my phone and I sort of point it at you and I rate you. And then you take your phone and you rate me on the spot. And so the whole purpose in life is to stay above a certain social rating.
Oh, wow.
But if you do something wrong, everybody around you will start downvoting you. And once you get downvoted below a certain thing, you start losing privileges within the society. So you can't do certain things until you get your rating back up. And then it's what people will do to sort of get their rating back up. And it's terrifying because it's
God, what if this is reality?
Well, it's close, man.
Yeah.
We're not that far away more at all.
See, that's why I stay away from Black Mirror. Do you what? Shem? Yeah, man. Get in here.
I'd have like a 1 rating.
Yeah, you would not have a good rating. You would not. No, you wouldn't. Like
Shem
you
works here
just
on the
wouldn't
Roz
have a
Mocha
good
show.
rating.
Hi, Shem.
Hi.
Do you watch Black Mirror?
Hell yeah, man.
You watch all the episodes?
Every single one. The only one I hated was Bandersnatch. I thought that was trash.
You don't like Bandersnatch?
I thought it was garbage.
Oh, wow.
Really?
I hated it. I know, Roz, I know you loved it, but I hated Bandersnatch.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I like the process of it. I thought
Okay,
it
hold
was,
on.
That was real different.
So you watched National Anthem.
Sure did.
Prime Minister and the Pig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And?
Oh, it's really messed up.
Yeah.
It's really messed up.
Yeah, nobody's going to say it's good,
No.
right?
No, okay,
Like-
okay. What about the Striking
Video game
Vipers?
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little,
Yeah,
it's
right?
different too. Yeah.
Like,
So you haven't seen Striking Vipers more? So,
I've seen none of this
Okay,
stuff.
so Striking Vipers is these two dudes who were friends years ago, and they sort of their lives come back together as as adults. And they start playing video games together online, but it's like super hyper real VR. But in the game, it's like Mortal Kombat. So you're this like crazy Asian character, but you can be any character you want. The four-armed guy, the girl, whatever. So it's these two guys. It's Anthony Mackie and his friend, but only in the game, they start a wild sexual relationship.
because one of the guys, one of the friends ends up playing like a female fighting character in this video game.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the game, they start doing it, right? But then in real life, they don't know if they're gay for each other or not, or if they're only in love with each other in the game.
They're
Well, obviously only in love with each other in the game.
No, but are
because he's
you
playing
though?
a female character.
No, but it's still them. They're still talking to each other. It's
So
still
it's
them.
like phone sex, but not?
No, because you would have a different voice. Like
Oh,
they're
it'd be a
talking
different
to
voice.
they're talking to each other as those characters.
So it's a female voice, a female character.
Yes. But it's not. But it's just the voice is a female voice. But every word spoken out of that mouth is of your buddy, is of your
I know,
dude.
but he's hearing the female voice.
But everything that they say to each other in that game is how much I love you. It's the two people talking to each other.
So it's
You just
masking your
look
feelings
different.
through an avatar.
No, you're not masking anything.
You're not masking anything.
Only masking
Or
visually.
you're hiding your feelings behind an avatar on how you really feel.
Okay, hold on a second here. Okay, I
No,
can't.
I'm sorry, but this is really a good discussion right now.
No. I'm gonna no, but you're just okay. So in the game, imagine this. God, I'm gonna regret doing this.
You are.
This is the only way to do it, though,
I
right?
know it
and I'm
is.
gonna regret this.
You are.
I'm
You
gonna
really
fully
are.
regret this. Okay, so imagine this, Maury.
Look, Shem's like leaning
I know.
into here.
I gotta put my. I gotta put my hood up. Hold on. Also, don't look at me when I explain this to you.
He
okay,
can't. His
Maury?
eyes are crossed.
Okay. So here's the thing. Okay. So imagine you and I are playing a video game much like Mortal Kombat. You're in your condo. I'm at home. It's VR. So we just sit there with these big giant headsets on, and I take on the body inside this game of the fighter I choose.
Yeah.
You take on the body of the fighter that you choose. Okay. In the game, as we're talking to each other, it is me, Roz, sitting at home, talking to you, Maury, sitting at home. But the character that you're playing is this woman, Kung Fu fighter, and the character I'm playing is this guy, Kung Fu fighter.
Sure.
So the voices that you actually hear, the tone of the voices, it doesn't sound like me, but every word spoken out of that person's mouth is me saying it to you through a headset.
What are you saying?
No, and this is when they start a massive sexual relationship.
Yeah, what would you say?
Okay, so what I'm saying is that they start to wonder if they're in love with each other in real life.
By saying what?
No, but I'm just saying that they fell in love in the game and they wondered if it was in real life too, or if it was just in the game.
No, obviously in real life as well, because they're saying what they truly feel to each other, but hiding it. I see straight guys do this all the time.
But okay, now you get it though.
Yeah, I totally get
but
it.
before you didn't get it.
No, I always get it. It just wasn't coming out of my mouth right.
No, you didn't get it.
No, I did get it.
No, you didn't get it.
No, I got it. I really got it.
Do you get it now?
Yes.
Okay. Also, we're not playing more.
Okay, we have two more questions.
I'm not
Okay,
playing Striking Vipers with you, Maury.
two more questions, and this is for everybody in the room. Lisa asks, "What is funnier, falling up a flight of stairs or falling down a flight of stairs?"
Up a flight of stairs.
Question.
Yes.
Me falling up a flight of stairs or falling down, or watching somebody fall up a flight of stairs or fall downstairs?
I assume she means
Anyone.
you watching somebody fall.
Oh, then up, obviously.
I don't
While
know.
holding. Didn't this happen to you? You fell up the stairs once and spilled your coffee everywhere?
Thanks. I would also say falling up a flight of stairs.
See, to me, there's something about somebody because falling down a flight of stairs where they're like grabbing the railing and their feet just keep going. Or if somebody runs down a flight of stairs where you can't stop and then like momentum just sort of takes over and you know what I mean? Like there's
No,
something.
but falling down is dangerous. Falling up is funny.
Well,
falling up is
I don't
pretty
want,
dangerous,
I don't
too.
want somebody to get hurt, but falling downstairs, like when you see a kid fall downstairs that are carpeted and they do that thing where they bounce down 6 or 7 of them on their ass and they lose their breath and everything, like to me that's funny, right?
Yeah.
Like they're not hurt,
No.
but to me that's funny. But falling upstairs is fun as well because people don't know what to do with their hands.
Yeah.
Like the
right?
time Mocha
Like-
fell upstairs with his coffee.
Yeah, like because if you notice when people fall upstairs, they almost try and walk like a dog, where they like their hands start going for stairs to help them along, and it never works, right?
I would say, yeah, I'm still sticking with falling upstairs.
Yeah,
Yeah, like the time with you and your coffee.
Maury?
Up the stairs.
Okay, Shem?
Falling up because there's the potential of you falling
Back
down.
down. Oh,
That's
I didn't
what
even
is
think of
funnier.
that.
True.
That's what's
yeah.
funnier to me.
You're right. You can fall up and then down, but you can't fall down and then up. Yeah, you're right. I love watching people fall up on escalators because the danger with an escalator is when the handrail is going at a different speed than what the steps are.
Oh, you know what's really
That's terrifying to me, right? Where your arm just slowly starts going back, right? Do
you know what's
I don't know how that happens.
Do you know what's dangerous, Lear?
What? Excuse me.
more dangerous?
Yeah.
When you're with the grocery cart going down the escalator, the grocery cart one. So this happened to me on Friday. I was at the grocery store, and it used to, because it's magnetic, right? But the magnet didn't let the grocery cart go. So it got stuck. 3 people behind me, we all fell into my grocery cart as the grocery cart tipped over.
Where do you get a grocery cart? I know they have those at Walmart.
At the Loblaws down at the bottom of Jarvis. There's the whatever you call it, the escalator.
Are you allowed to stand with her? Or do you have to put the grocery
stand
cart in
on
alone?
it, and then it locks in with the magnets.
Really?
But at the bottom, the magnet didn't let go, so we all fell into the cart.
Oh God!
Into the cart? Or on top of the cart?
On top of the cart.
Oh, I was going to say. I'm trying to envision
And the
three
guy fell-
people.
Just like 6
falling
legs all sticking up out of it.
into the cart on top of all of your groceries.
And when the guy behind me sort of fell into me, all I could say was, I guess I owe you dinner now.
Oh, hold on here. But he fell in. Didn't he have a cart in front of him?
No, he was just standing on his own some.
Oh, wow. So it wasn't. So it was just you, your cart, and then 3 regular folk behind you with no carts.
So you flirted with the guy, and then he said what?
No, he just like, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, that's what straight guys say.
All right, final question from Sean. Or sorry, Shan Fernando.
All right.
Pancakes or waffles? Roz?
Yeah, neither.
What?
No, I'm not a fan.
You don't like pancakes or waffles?
You got to play the game.
Why?
Not a fan. I don't particularly like them.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't like cake, right? But so I guess if I had to pick one, I would say waffles, I guess. But I hate maple syrup, right? I hate maple flavor. And I don't like cake. I'm just not like.
What kind of Canadian are you?
It's just not my thing.
Wow.
It's not. Yeah, even as a kid, I never really liked them. But I think that if I had to choose, I would do like an Eggo waffle over freshly made pancakes, like on a weekend morning kind of thing. If somebody's doing that.
David Morey, pancakes or
definitely.
waffles?
I mean, I get waffles. They have the waffle part where it sort of is like little cups for the sap.
Yeah.
But I much prefer pancakes just because it's not as thick and you don't feel as full and you can eat more.
Shem?
Surprise, surprise, chicken and waffles for me.
Chicken
For
and
sure.
waffles.
Yeah, man. Place in the States called Roscoe's. You ever been?
Oh, yeah. I went to
Unbelievable.
Roscoe's in L.A.
So hold on here. So when you have chicken and waffles, do you put the what's that stuff called?
Syrup?
Maple syrup?
Maple syrup on it?
Absolutely.
But do you put maple syrup on the chicken too? That's disgusting.
No. Chicken, waffle, drizzle, dip it in some maple syrup.
Yeah.
Ooh, change your life, bro.
Maple syrup is a flavor that I've never liked.
I don't mind
and
it.
Even worse than maple syrup is when things are maple flavored. So I accidentally one time bought a pack of bacon that was maple flavored bacon. And I cooked it, and my house smelled like I threw the whole thing out. I cooked the bacon, and I was like, "Why does it smell so rancid?" And I realized I looked at the pack, and it was maple flavored bacon. And I finished cooking it, threw it all in the garbage.
Really?
Took the package, threw it all in the garbage. I'm like, I don't want that in my life. I can't stand the taste of maple. So you put maple syrup on chicken?
Absolutely.
On fried chicken.
It's so good.
That doesn't ruin it though?
Well, listen, Roz, I never said fried, by the way. I just said chicken, just so you know.
Hold on here.
Come on now, brother.
So hold on now. Hold on.
Didn't say fried.
Now we're going down
Okay, hold on.
a different avenue here.
What do you have?
Messing with you.
What's the word? Poached chicken and waffles?
Rotisserie, maybe?
Rotisserie?
No, see, I could do chicken and waffles, but I can do fried chicken with waffles. I've never had waffles with chicken that wasn't fried.
I can confirm it's fried chicken. Just
Yes,
messing
of
with
course
you.
it would be fried chicken.
Yes.
God, who was the best fried chicken? We get that question a lot.
Oh God. Who
Like
has
as
the best?
far as like what is accessible, I don't like. You can't say that there's some place up north that there's
KFC
one location.
is really good.
But is it the best though? I don't know.
Salty for me.
What's the one? What's her name?
Mary Brown's.
Yeah.
That's
Is Mary Brown's? Yeah, it's
Mary
the best.
Brown's is good.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, because what do we have here? We got Popeyes, we got KFC, you got Churches, and you got Mary Brown's.
We have Mary Brown's.
Right?
Is there another one?
Oh boy, what would I choose? You know what? It's a toss-up between Popeyes and Mary Brown's.
I did a live broadcast at Mary Brown's, and I volunteered to just help out in the kitchen just so I could eat.
So, what makes Mary Brown's so much better then?
their
Is
batter.
Is it the flavor, or is it the crunch? Is it the batter? What is it?
Yes, I agree with Maury. It's absolutely the batter. There's something buttery about it and not salty.
But it's a
with
secret.
Yes.
Oh, so good.
But I also love Popeyes fried chicken. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I've never
but it's the
had
same
Popeyes.
thing. You never had Popeyes chicken before?
I just had Popeyes for the first time 2 weeks ago.
Justin Bieber said it was not worth the hype.
Well, the big chicken sandwich that they have in the States, right? I get that, yeah, but that's tough. So I don't know. It's 'cause I love fried chicken, man.
So do I.
Because when I grew up, it was only KFC. There was no
Same.
other option.
Yes, you had
for
St. Hubert.
for fried chicken. That's not fried chicken, though. That's rotisserie.
Okay.
But growing up in Acton, I remember when we got the KFC, my girlfriend worked there. You want to hear the greatest story ever? I dated this girl in high school named Lisa, and she was amazing. She was such like a wonderful, wonderful, great kid. And she worked at the KFC. Okay, so Friday nights, we would go and pick her up. My old man and I would go pick her up from work because then she'd come back to our place and she and I would watch a movie together, everything else. So when they would clear up for the night, whatever chicken was left,
Oh my God.
okay, would go in buckets and boxes and all of it would come to my house. So when she would show up at my place on Friday, sometimes 40, 50 pieces of chicken.
Oh my God.
Would show up with her.
Is that the only reason you dated her?
Right? No, I dated her because she really... No, she was wonderful. She was hot.
Because she brought home lots of chicken.
Yeah,
That's
because
why.
she brought home lots of chicken. But listen, the reason I kept dating her was for the chicken, if that's what you're wondering. No, but could you imagine that? So like every Friday night, 40 to 50 pieces of chicken would show up at my house, and you would just eat it all weekend long, right? Like, how do you break up with that? She dumped me.
Do you guys remember...
Was your dad
No,
pissed
I
'cause
started
more
to gain
chicken?
so much weight. She's like, what the hell's going on with you? Well, stop bringing the chicken over. Well, I guess that's it, huh?
That is
thank
it.
you to everybody who wrote in. Thank you to Lisa, my high school girlfriend, for all those years at KFC. We should shout her out, right?
What's she up to now?
She's got a family. She seems happy. We're friends on Facebook. I don't really talk to her at all, but we friended each other on Facebook years ago, and she seems to be doing great. She's got a couple of kids, and her life seems to be wonderful. She doesn't work at KFC anymore, in case you're wondering. So you can't have that hookup. That was mine and mine only.
Every week we'll post on Instagram at Kiss925, Ask Roz and Mocha. That is where you can ask your question, and we will try our best to answer them all, and of course, invite one of you to join us on a future episode.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Powered by Air Transat. Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.